The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Can anyone catch him? What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Slings it downfield. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his man. It's Taylor. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The play action fake. He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
At the 35, he's loose. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense considering his success.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll put the tight end in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Reed. A strike downfield.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the Aggies get enough to move the chains.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down. A little bit short, but what did I do? I made this a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
Looking for the first down, Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Complete.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some pushing for the punt team. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Nothing but green ahead. The tap. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper shows they can strike from anywhere. 96 yards on the touchdown play. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David? And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. To the air, it's Reed. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A&M comes back out with another first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Barber. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It is perfect.
That makes the score LSU 7, 3.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Coming out with it, it's Moss. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
From the gun, the ground game. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
To the air, it's Reed. Got his man on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's caught downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Texas A&M 3.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Caught in the backfield, it's Lacy. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Quickly complete.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here we go. Third down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on third down. There should be no doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
White 18, Robbie, switch. White, red, 54.
They're going to test the right side with this one. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll run it on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's second and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Aggies! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Spits it out to the back. Pulls it in. It's Durham. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Dances away from the heat. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Daniels. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now
I can't even get mad at that, my man's. GG's.
They'll try to pin them back with this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, it's Reed. He's taking the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. They say every game counts.